a series of random choices by the spectator, mixing, cutting and dealing cards, leads to an ending no one could have seen coming. This is CoachTrick. Welcome back to another CoachTrick tutorial. By the end of this effect, the audience will be second guessing every decision they've ever made, and even more incredible, it's entirely self-working, can be performed with a shuffled deck and requires absolutely no setup. It's not just about the tricks here, stay to the end to see how magic can fuel your very own success. Okay, let's jump into it. Grab a deck and let's go. Okay, so as ever then, let's just kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself. Now this is going to be a demonstration into the power of subconscious choice, and we're going to start with a shuffled deck. So you can just hand the cards to a spectator. They can shuffle the cards as much as they like. They really are mixed. You can explain to the spectator that we're going to carry out an experiment, and for this experiment we just need a couple of helper cards. So you're going to take the deck, just take a look through in order to find a couple of cards that you think can help us here. So let's see, maybe just this card here and one more. Let's take a look, maybe just this card here, and you can place your helper cards down onto the table like so. You can now show these cards to the spectator. So over here we have a red 6 and over here we have a black 10. You're now going to offer the spectator a series of choices, but you're going to ask them not to think too much about the action they take, but just to do the first thing that comes to mind. So the first thing you're going to ask them to do is to take the deck and just place it on top of either the red 6 or the black 10. Not to think about it, but just to place it on top of either of those cards. Let's say they take the deck and they place it on top of the black 10, like so. You're now going to offer the spectator their next choice, again without thinking about it, to take the deck and to deal a number of cards of their choosing on top of the red 6. So the spectator will take the deck like so, and they'll just deal cards on top of the red 6 like this, and they can stop whenever they like. Without thinking about it, just ask them to stop whenever they feel like it. Let's say they stop dealing just there, and they can place the rest of the deck down like so. The spectator could just tidy up the dealt cards as you now offer them their next choice. You're going to ask them to either take the dealt cards here and place these on top of the main deck, or take the main deck and place this on top of the dealt cards. Again, it's a totally free choice. Let's say they take the main deck here and place this on top of the dealt cards, just like so. And now for their final choice, you're just going to ask the spectator to give the deck a cut, approximately halfway, but again, it's a totally free choice. So let's say they cut the deck just here, and you can ask them to complete the cut, just like so. At this point, you can just quickly recap what's happened. From a shuffled deck, you removed 2 helper cards and placed these on the table. The spectator has now mixed and recombined the deck through a number of random choices without thinking too much about either one. There is absolutely no way that anybody could know the order of any of the cards. However, we now want to see the result of the spectator's choices. So you can take the deck and just spread the cards on the table. And here we can see face up in the deck our original helper cards, the red 6 and the black 10. You're now going to remove each of these from the deck along with the card directly next to it. So here's the red 6 and the card directly next to it just there. And over here we have the black 10 and the card directly next to it. You can now just gather up the rest of the deck and place these cards to the side. You can emphasize with the spectator again that the choices they made were totally free and random. They didn't even think about each one. All that's left to do now is to reveal that through their random actions, the spectator has just happened to find the matching cards to our original helper cards. In this instance, the other red 6 and the other black 10. A remarkable display of choice that's also super easy to perform. So stick around because now I will show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect. Now, you really do start with a shuffled deck. The spectator can shuffle the cards as much as they like. That all adds to the impact. You're now going to take the deck in preparation for removing a couple of helper cards. Now, as you're looking through the cards, here's what you're going to do. You're secretly going to note the values of the bottom card and the top card. So here we can see we have a red 6 at the top and a black jack at the bottom. And so you're just going to remove the two matching cards to those. So in this instance, I'm going to remove the other black jack and the other red 6. So there's the matching black jack just there. I can place that on the table. And also the matching red 6 just here. You can then just gather up the rest of the deck and place it face down in the middle. You can now ask the spectator to take the deck and place it on top of either of the face-up cards. It's a totally free choice. Let's say they take the deck and place it on top of the red 6 over here. You'll now ask the spectator to take the deck and just to deal any number of cards on top of the other face-up card, so on top of the black jack here. So again, dealing cards from the top. They can deal as many cards as they like. Let's say they stop dealing just here. For the next choice, you're going to ask the spectator to either take the dealt cards and place this pile on top of the main deck, or take the main deck and place this on top of the dealt cards. Again, it's a totally free choice. Let's say in this instance they take the dealt cards and place these on top of the deck like so. Finally, you're now just going to ask the spectator to give the deck one complete cut, entirely of their choosing, just like so. With all of those choices made, you can now take the deck and spread the cards on the table. Here you will see face up your original helper cards, so in this instance the black jack and the red 6. You're now going to take each of your helper cards and remove it from the deck along with the card directly to its right. So over here we have the red 6 and the card directly to its right, and over here the black jack and the card directly to its right. With those cards removed, you can just re-emphasize with the spectator the random nature of their choices before revealing the result. Now, depending on the choices made, the order of these two cards might vary, but no matter what, they would always be the matching pair to your original helper cards. In this instance, the other red 6 and the other black jack. Take this one, practice it, go out there, perform it, and of course, above all else, have fun. Mastering tricks like this unlocks more of the magic. It unlocks your potential for success. The more you practice, the more confident and unstoppable you become, both in magic and in life. So keep on pushing and watch your success grow beyond the cards. Until next time, keep moving forwards and take care.